Follow the manufacturer's procedures for connecting and disconnecting their equipment. Ton containers have two valves and can supply either gas or liquid. Ton containers should be set up so that the valves are aligned vertically. With the valves aligned vertically, the upper valve dispenses gas and the lower valve dispenses liquid. This ton container connection and disconnection sequence will utilize the upper or gas valve. The same procedure is used to connect and disconnect the lower or liquid valve. Feeding liquid chlorine requires different piping and fittings than shown in this video for chlorine gas. Refer to pamphlet 6, Piping Systems for Dry Chlorine, for more information. Note that the liquid valve faces the opposite direction from the gas valve. When connecting to the ton container valve, begin by donning the appropriate personal protective equipment as dictated by your facility. Remove the valve bonnet. Check the packing nut to make certain it is at least hand-tight. If it's not hand-tight, contact your chlorine supplier for advice. Make certain the valve is closed before removing the outlet cap. Use an 8-inch wrench or a torque wrench set to 25 to 30 foot-pounds to avoid over-tightening. Remove the valve outlet cap. Make certain that the valve face is clean and smooth. Using an appropriate new gasket, connect the yoke and yoke adapter to the valve. Tighten the yoke to make the seal. Do not over-tighten. Open and close the ton container valve briefly, introducing chlorine into the system, and close it. Vapor from aqua ammonia solution should be used to test the yoke adapter interface and the packing gland area for leaks. If using a squeeze bottle, cut the dispensing tube so that it does not extend into the liquid solution. If any leaks are found, they must be remedied before proceeding. Repeat the leak test procedure if a leak was found. Using a wrench no longer than 8 inches, open the valve one full turn. This is all that is required to achieve maximum gas flow rates. Open appropriate valves in the piping system. Check for leaks again, using only the vapors from the aqua ammonia solution. A suitable valve shutoff wrench should be left in place when the container valve is open. The use of automatic shutoff devices should be considered. These devices close the container valve when activated by a chlorine detector, fire alarm, seismic detector, or remote switch. Follow the manufacturer's recommended procedures when emergency shutoff is needed. Special procedures must also be followed when disconnecting ton containers. Extreme caution must be exercised when disconnecting containers. This is especially critical in systems feeding liquid chlorine. After donning appropriate PPE as dictated by your facility, close the ton container valve using an 8-inch wrench or a torque wrench set to 25 to 30 foot-pounds to avoid over-tightening. Let the pressure in the system drop to 0 psig and apply a vacuum if your system is designed to do so. When gauges or other means indicate that all liquid and gaseous chlorine has been evacuated to 0 psig or to some level of vacuum, the appropriate piping valve can be closed. If any leaks exist, evident by the pressure increasing in the line by the container, use a torque wrench to tighten the valve to 40 foot-pounds and retest for leaks. If the leak persists, use a maximum torque of 50 foot-pounds on the stem and repeat the process. If the valve still leaks, contact your supplier for advice. If the pressure in the line connected to the ton container valve remains at or below 0 psig, the yoke can be loosened and disconnected. Verify that a gasket is in place and replace the valve outlet cap. Attach the valve bonnet to the ton container and mark as empty. Place the ton container in the appropriate location for empty containers.